I'd like to welcome everybody to Let's Talk Racing. Tonight we got Matt, Steve, and Steve show. We have Steve Durbin to the far right, Steve Emerson in the middle, and who's that guy? Oh yeah, Matt Mullins on the left-hand side, and Roger back in the background.
I see how you are.
Yeah. That's what you get for winning trophies, you know. Anywho, go ahead and take over, Matt. Who we got going tonight on the show?
We have Trevor Edwards at actually 7:05, so hold on just a minute, Trevor.
I just put that in there to separate it. Yep.
Alli Owens is calling in with Truck Report, right?
No, that's Caitlin who used to do that. Alli Owens, ARCA, and...
ARCA, okay.
And trucks. You're going to do the truck, remember?
That's right.
Daytona.
She's back on.
Yes, that's spaced out from last week.
Racing Tours.
They're a company that provides racing tours.
Is that what they're called? Racing Tours?
Racing Tours.
Okay. And Ashlee Sieveke. Right?
Yes.
Okay. We'll
Hi,
be on at
Trevor.
7:45. Trevor, what's up, man?
Hey, I got some.
Tell everybody a little bit about yourself before we get started.
I'm 17, run modified full time, and I'll be running 4 to 5 super late model this year in the CRA division.
And we're going to do 4 or 5 this year, right?
Yes.
Okay. Rookie of the year, if I'm not mistaken, in the Rolling Thunder Modifieds?
Yes, sir.
And 3rd in points? 4th in points?
2nd in points.
2nd in points.
Good rookie
So,
season.
had a good year, yeah. It was a battle. He had some motor problems. I knew you had some stuff going on.
Yeah, we were running there with Joe at Langley and broke the clutch on lap 1, so all fine. We were just fast in practice. We were just fast with him, but kind of lost there in the race.
Well, it happens.
Bad luck comes to be our team of the year this year.
So what's slated for this year? What do we got going on? Do we got any new sponsors? You had some great sponsors last year.
Then Steel Rubber, Correct Hemp, and CC Doctors came on at Langley. That was pretty cool. But for the super late mold, I have Howe Racing on there. They're like a Howe house car.
That's cool. Anybody else?
No, not really. We don't have anybody major sponsors besides Steel.
He's got a lot of stuff. He really can't say a lot of.
What about your dad?
So he's on the way back from delivering a truck to Stringer. He might be going to Daytona this year. We don't really know yet.
Isn't he one of your biggest supporters, one of your sponsors?
Well, my dad doesn't pay for any of my racing, really. Jeff Brown had the Louisville, Kentucky, pays for most of it. Dad just crew chiefs and works on the car pretty much 24/7. He lives at the shop.
Yeah, well, I'll bet. Trying to keep you running.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Super late model D with Race 101. You can go check it out at race101.net. They're going to be out from the super late model this year.
Cool.
He wanted the Premier Driver.
The what?
Trevor wanted the Premier Driver Award.
In Race 101? Did you really? Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, throughout the year we have classes online and come into the shop. At the end of the year they pick a driver to drive the 5 races or 4 races. The super late model, and I was selected last Saturday.
Well, that's cool. That'll be really good for you.
Yeah, it's going to be fun running in the CRA division. Their names and that.
So, are you going to run? Are you still going to run full-time modified again this year?
Yeah, we're going to run full-time modified, go for points, and win points hopefully this year, and then just dab our feet in the CRA division.
There you go. So there is plans on moving up.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll work out a deal for maybe a truck race or an ARCA race, just to see what we can do in that series too.
For this year?
Yes.
Okay. No.
I wasn't allowed to run it last year because I'm only 17, so this year we tried 18 right before Daytona, so we'll be eligible for everything.
I was about to ask you about that. I knew that.
Yeah, you got to wait until you're 18. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So you can't run any NASCAR until you're 18.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Not even late model or anything like
I
that?
think
Well, you can, but we like the modifieds more. So I feel like it teaches you a little bit more about car control and having to save those 8-inch tires on that motor. We decided to go that route. But you can run your local track when you're 8. That's in their NASCAR sanction, like the top 3 divisions.
I got you. Hold on, we've got somebody calling in, and our production man here is running around trying to catch a phone. Okay, now I think we're good. So what else is on your mind tonight?
Nothing really. I mean, I get ready for the season.
When's your season going to start out this year?
First race is a modified in March, I believe, and our first late model race is in May, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I noticed a lot of tracks are starting later this year, or it seems like they're starting later than usual.
Oh, it just seems like it. They're all starting roughly about the same time.
Yeah.
Langley always starts 1st of April.
Okay.
So, it's usually the first weekend. You know.
I guess I'm just used to the February or March starting time.
Yeah.
It's all riled up for Daytona.
Yeah.
Are you going to go down to Daytona? If your dad goes?
Go down there just to hang out, kind of. Someone, the guy I live with, TJ Bell, is actually going to be racing at Daytona, so we're going to try to go down there and help him a little bit.
And he is going to. He's trying to go in a truck, correct?
TJ is going in a truck.
Oh, okay.
They've already that deal, I believe.
He has one of the coolest simulators in his house. TJ does.
TJ does?
It's fun. Ask you, talk about that.
TJ.
Yeah, Bell.
Bell?
Yeah.
What's
I didn't do well on it, but Trevor did.
What's this about a simulator? Hutchins talking about a simulator that TJ's got?
Yeah, the one that he can't drive on, I guess. We have a racing downstairs, and we got a full set, like a simulator set up. And every time Hudson ever comes over, that's all we do, all night.
Go to TJ's and play on the simulator.
Yep.
How bad's he wadded it up?
How bad?
Yeah.
Just say nobody can pay for his racing bill if that's what it was in real life. Even Hendricks.
Even
After 6 races, they kick him off the team.
Oh, we don't put him in the hostess session. We just put him in practice.
You just put him in practices. You don't want to piss everybody off, right?
They get good before he runs under my name in the hosted races.
I've seen you on quite a bit, so.
So now you're still in school. You're not being homeschooled or anything. You're still trying to make the grade at school, ain't you?
No, actually, I'm a senior this year at Lake Norman. We're doing final exams right now, so it's getting kind of stressful period. New races stuff coming up, and then finals, so it's pretty hectic, pretty quick.
Do they racing kids, and there's probably a lot of them down there. Does the schools make special considerations for y'all?
No, there's really only 2 or 3 of us that really race down here. It's kind of weird coming to the capital of race, and then there's not that many people. But my auto tech teacher, he actually helps me a lot. If I'm going to do a race or something, I just got to tell him how the race went or how the weekend went. And he usually helps me out on the time that I missed.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Can't beat that.
They're really cool guy.
So, listen, we're just about coming on. 7:15, Alli's coming on. I'm going to kind of get you. Let's get your sponsors a plug in here so we don't forget.
Steel rubber products. They do all the custom restorations, rubber products on any car, really. Correct Temp, Francis Steakhouse. They have been helping a lot with the Virginia races. And this year it'll be Hal on the super late model. That's the greatest stuff. And then McGonagall Motors.
Cool. Well, listen, we're going to let you get going here and get you off. I got a couple more things we're going to do here on the air, and we got about 5 minutes before our next guest. But Trevor, I've been told you got some breaking news. When you can break it, give us a call.
All right, I'll give you a call pretty much every Wednesday.
You got it. Give us a call.
All right, thank you for having me on.
Thanks, Trevor.
Bye, Trev.
I don't know. I'm not a producer. I'm not supposed to do that kind of stuff.
I got to train to do like a grip or something.
So, I don't know why it does that. It shuts off every now and then.
Yeah, we had that problem last week, too.
Yeah. And it was probably that unit.
Same computer.
Need to call the PC doctor.
Matt keeps messing with that one. He knows.
No, it was on when I came in. I tried logging in. It didn't work.
That's the one you kept.
I come in. I set this one up or that one, and I can, bam.
No, you didn't use that one. You always used the HP.
That's the Gateway. That's the one I was using for a long time.
No, you weren't.
While this one was down, that was the one I was using.
You go ahead and think that.
Secretly switched it out.
It sure looks like it. That's all I got to say.
Anyway, Tony Stewart's back in the USA, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Still got his boxing gloves on.
Nope.
But from right here, he's got a black eye.
Well, I heard the track promoter got stitches
Ooh,
I believe
the
it.
helmet.
I believe it.
Fist.
from his fists.
Ah.
And I'm not going to say where I read that the other day, but yeah, I heard that he had stitches. So.
He's one person you don't want to make mad. We've seen that in the past.
It was very sketchy, because you got not a lot of reports other than, that.
They tried to keep as quiet as they could.
Yeah. I still haven't heard from this PR guy.
So it's kind of easy to do when it's not in the U.S.
Yeah. He needs to have some friends in low places.
Can
get
I?
much lower than
I can
down
help
under.
his black eye.
I'm sure there'd be some volunteers that might make him want to give him a matching
No.
set.
I'm sure
He
either
reminds
way,
me-
both ways.
He does remind me a lot of like AJ Foyt.
Yeah.
Go anywhere, race anywhere, but don't cross his path.
Pretty much.
He's got that temperament. So, or like a little Cale Yarbrough.
Well, you got a couple minutes. Why don't you introduce Steve here?
You did earlier in the show. We're going to talk to him in a minute. You were the one that brought up the
All-timers.
Tony.
You got
Huh?
four?
All timers.
It's
No.
got to be, yeah.
No, I know I introduced Steve. I'm saying let him talk about himself real quick while he's got 4 minutes.
Well, I had planned on that, but somebody brought in about Tony Stewart.
Well, then-
Am I right?
Can't bring the subject on here.
Am I right?
Excuse me. Go to the next subject then. Move on.
Well, I'm
What's-
trying to.
What's next?
Well, I'm going to talk to him. We got Alli Owens calling in at 7:15.
Oh.
But you said she's got class at 7:45?
Yeah.
Okay, should be a quick one. Racing tours. Do you even know the guy that's calling in?
It may be a female that's calling in.
They're in Mooresville.
Maybe.
They're in Mooresville, right? Down by Rolling Hill Road. I think it's the
I'd
same
have to
company.
look back up. See if they put it
And
down.
Ashlee Sieveke. Who is she? I have nothing wrote down here.
Oh, you said you didn't want to know.
Give me it. Give me a little bit.
She does. She's a writer.
Oh, she's a writer.
Yes.
Okay, who does she write for? Do you know?
Yes.
It's not going to tell you.
And
All you gotta do is click the link. You'll find out.
click what link?
Hi, Allie.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Allie, how you doing? He's a pain in
How
my
are you?
ass.
You're already live, by the way. I happen to be standing out in the front area, so don't say anything bad unless you want everybody to know about it.
I
Allie,
can admit that I really, my time schedule, I just thank you for accommodating me. I swear I was born blonde, but my mom thinks different.
Well, that's what they make Photoshop for. So next time you put a picture up, just change your hair to blonde.
Exactly.
That's right, that's right.
so what's going on, Allie?
Well, still digging. I know last time I talked to you guys that I had a budget of $35,000 to find, and thankfully there's been a couple, actually a lot of you guys still donating to my website, AlliOwens.com. Actually, I was just looking before I left, and a lady donated $200. That was the last one, so that was really awesome. So I really appreciate everybody who's pitching in, and so is everybody else. Actually, the team I'm going to be driving for is Ray Hackett Racing, which is a Ford team. And so now Ford has an eyebrow up, like, okay, she's getting a fan following, and people are actually giving her money. So that's good news. Right now, we're about 10,000 short, and once we can, somehow grab that or get close to it, then we're Daytona bound.
Daytona bound. So we're nipping on that door right now.
Absolutely. And the good thing is that there are some prospective people looking, but the great thing about how we're doing this is the truck is a blank canvas. So anybody who, doesn't have to be from Florida, but anybody nationally that's interested in, trying to be in NASCAR as a sponsor but can't have the NASCAR budget, we're selling spots in the car for $5,000. So, $3,000 to $5,000 is going to get you actually like a
through NASCAR sponsorship, and I'm really excited about doing that because it kind of gets to bring in new sponsors that would never be able to be in NASCAR due to the high, price tag on these things. But the way we're doing it, the fans are making it possible for new sponsors to be involved, and which is really cool to be a part of.
Now, how can they get a hold of you?
Through my website at AlliOwens.com. There is contact information on there, and every time somebody emails off the website, it doesn't go to some guy overseas or anything like that. It goes straight to my phone. So, everything that circulates through the website comes straight to me, and I answer back. So, that's pretty much the easiest way to get a hold of me. I'm not sure if there's a phone number on there for office, my parents' office, but my mom is a great way to get a hold of me. So if there is a number, I'm not sure if there is, get a hold of her and she'll hound me down. But AlliOwens.com is the best way to contact me.
And that's got all your information
Cell
on there.
phone and direct number.
So
it's pretty simple. I mean, AlliOwens.com is the email address. So and like I said, it goes straight to my cell phone.
Alli, is it Allison actually? And that's kind of a nickname?
It's not. It's Alexandra.
Alexandra. That's why I was asking.
The nickname came from some soap opera back in the 80s, so thank you, Mom, for that.
Well, at least you're not like Frank Zappa's parents, Moon Unit and Dweezil, and that's her name, Moon Unit. I am not lying. That's Frank Zappa's daughter. There's Dweezil, Moon Unit, and I can't think of the other one.
Well, they're unique.
So I swear to you. So
not common.
But all right, so we're getting ready to go to Daytona. We're almost there. We're about 10 grand shy. So we just need to tell people, hey, you need to go give this girl some money, get your name on a car, so she can go racing.
Yeah, and that's the gist of it. Everything. I can't explain how cool this is that everything is happening the way it is. And if we can get everybody to donate, I would really like to do a special, autograph card that instead of having all my bio and all that stuff on the back, is having a little bit of information and stuff like that of all the fans that donated to do this. And I think that the best part about it is that I know where I come from. Like a lot of my family still lives in Mobile Home Park, Illinois, and then down in Florida and stuff like that. So I mean, I know what it means to come from nothing and like have big dreams and be a huge fan of a sport like racing, and you never get that chance to be a part of something big. And this is that opportunity. And it just so happens that I'm the one that's driving the car, but it's really everybody out there who's donating that's making it happen. And everybody doesn't get to see the people behind the scenes, and that's what I kind of want to do is make sure that people know, and NASCAR knows that all these fans, if they sit there and spend millions of dollars and try to figure out how to target, it's very simple. You got to remember who you are and that you're one of them, and that you guys aren't just a demographic that they need to market to. You're people, and I'm a part of that. And NASCAR looks, not NASCAR. I keep saying NASCAR, but the people in this industry where I live up here in North Carolina, there's been a couple circumstances where I can feel like they're looking down on me, and that's not part of it. So I mean, if I could go out there and have every single person's name on the truck with me and let them be a part of something special, if I had to quit racing right after Daytona, that I would feel completely accomplished. But obviously I want to keep going, but just do that at Daytona and kind of bring in 2011 like, hey, corporate America, you spend millions of dollars on trying to reach out to these people, and they're doing this on their own, and I think that's it's so cool to be a part of it. I can't put into words how special that this whole thing has been, this whole process.
Have you oh no, my mind just went blank. Okay, we're really pushing forward for this truck deal. Are we going to see some more racing hopefully after that too, or have you already started planning for your next event?
The goal, Ray, he wants to keep in the truck as much as he can. He understands the value of, a girl that's not just a wheel holder. And so, he's going to try to keep me in the truck as much as possible. But, my goal is, I can get the sponsorship funding. And now, my fiance, he's like, whatever you got to do, I'll work and you can just stay at home and find sponsorship. I really want to be in the nationwide series at some point in 2011, and really make see if I got what it takes, which I feel that I do, and see about going on from there. So that's kind of the plan, is dabble my feet in both of the nationwide and the truck series, money permitting.
Money permitting. ARCA 2, are we really looking maybe just to be able to get some seat time going back to ARCA a little bit?
I think the only way I would go back to ARCA is if it was, an open seat and somebody wanted me to come drive. It's really hard to justify spending money in the ARCA series, for me anyways, because I don't have just money to go race. It has to be meaningful and thought out and, planned. And really, I think what really kind of pushed my buttons is at Daytona last year, when my team busted their butt and brought an awesome car. We ran third, and you wouldn't know we were there. Everybody was Danica. And, everybody in the sport just used Danica. And it's not Alli Owens either. There's like Jennifer Jo Cobb and Johanna Long and Leilani Munzer. And, there's so many girls, and everybody keeps saying that NASCAR needs females. Well, there is more than just one, and it's unfair, that I think, I wouldn't even say me, but, you are really talented girls out there that can drive, even at these local tracks that nobody gets to see. So, I really think my sights are on NASCAR to kind of to prove that point, and hopefully be the voice that kind of opens the eyes of everybody else to go look at these local tracks and these girls that sit there and run the street stocks and the mini stocks, and really start trying to diversify this industry and do it the right way.
In other words, you want everybody to be created equal.
Yeah. This whole thing about diversity, NASCAR's diversity program doesn't even have one of their drivers in NASCAR in one of the top 3 series. So it's like, okay, but I don't know. I guess I gotta start being more politically correct, but my redneck side is coming out a little bit.
let it redneck side come out, believe me.
I say go for it.
So, and we're gonna keep you just a little bit while longer. Do you guys got any? Come on, speak up.
What about the whole NASCAR diversity program? Have you tried anything with them?
I did back in 2006 or 7. I'm very stubborn when it comes to looking into a situation and not just jumping on a certain deal because it sounds good. I can't do that. I can't afford to do that. So NASCAR diversity program has came a long way since I got introduced to it, and I think that now they're trying to do more with it. I would just be nice for, to really give a decent shot instead of having multiple drivers take, I would say take 3 or 4 that really are really trying to make something and really push them through these ranks and stuff like that and just do what they got. But then again, on the other hand, it's like feeding them to the wolves, and I think Johanna Long said it best when she's like, female rookies aren't allowed to be female rookies. You can't make rookie mistakes. And so the diversity program on a local level, I think they've done a tremendous job, and how they're going to, incorporate that into the top 3 series, I'm not really sure. It'd be nice to see, them really try hard. The thing I kind of scratch my head about is that they're really trying to diversify, this industry, but, all these top corporate sponsors that sponsor NASCAR and, all these teams that have all these corporate affiliations, that you never really try to see them try to brand or market a female or, an African American or a Hispanic or anything like that. Is so I don't know if it's just the right thing to say that they are, welcome to it, but I hope that they are to really push that effort. I'm not sure, and I'm probably not the person to speak about it, but that's just my opinion.
Do you think that now that we're on this subject here about diversity and stuff like that, do you really think that it's NASCAR's job to push, we've got a woman or we have women racing? Do you or would you rather see him say, okay, we've got this great racer? Do you see what I'm saying? Because I know where you're getting at. There is a lot of wheel holders out there, with females, and I don't mean to sound bad about it, but there's also some very talented women racers out there, and I've seen a lot of them. But do you think they need to just say, okay, you're a racer, let's let you race, or do you think they need to promote them women more than they do anybody else? And I'm not just talking one woman, I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, one thing I think that they did wrong on is, before Danica, you never, ever heard about the 35th place car or the car that's 2 laps down or the car that, is having trouble or anything like that, that
You have
isn't
to agree with that,
a top running car. And, fans, I think, like the idea of having a female run in the top series, but, I don't know, kind of like making a joke out of it. Like, come on. I mean, if you're going to show one, show all the other struggling drivers out there that maybe have a sponsor for one race and is running in the back, and give them one, too, and it might help this grow. I mean, it's very tough, and I don't know, since, NASCAR hasn't had a lot of females. Aaron Stalker, I think they did well with Aaron Stalker, how they really pushed her as a driver, and, there was no sex appeal with Aaron, and she had a huge following, and when I started a race, that's who I looked up to, was Aaron, and I think that idea of it might help gain more respect in the garage, which is how this sport's going to grow. I mean, everybody sees the marketing value of it, but then again, it's like the real, how bad do these drivers want to be in the car? And, I know going back to, it keeps going back to Danica because she's the only one that we can look at, but, when she's running half a schedule in Indy and half a schedule in NASCAR, it kind of turns people in this industry off, like, okay, is she really trying to make a real effort at this, or, what is she doing? And I think that kind of confuses a lot of girls out there in the local levels. It's like, okay, what do you want to do? Where do you want to race? And, I hear a lot of, well, whoever will take me. And it's hard for a driver, female or male, to hone in on talent and skills when they're kind of all over the map. And, it's like the feeding pool is now is spread out so much that people are just taking drivers from any series that they can think of instead of just having a honed-in talent and a skill that they're really trying to focus in on. And it makes it really confusing for young drivers, especially females, like, okay, how do we go about it? And I think Lynn St. James did an awesome job trying to help that. But Lynn, how she was, I remember going there in 2004, and she was like, you are not to wear makeup and have your hair all done in the pit. And she was very strict on all of us girls, like, you are a driver. You are a driver, you're a driver, you're a driver. You forget that you're female the day you walk into the garage. And now I can see her struggling on the whole idea of, like, okay, now what do I teach these girls to do? Because, everybody has made it up like, you need to look like a girl. And it's kind of one of those, like, what do we do? Where do we go from here?
But you know what? I agree with Lynn St. James on that. And I know what you're saying at. Now they want you all dolled up and looking like you just walked off the centerfold of Maxim,
We're kick-ass drivers and we're beautiful too.
Yeah, but Lynn, and Lynn St. James, I agree with her on that. Walk in there like you mean business, and just go race. Be a racer. I got to agree with that.
Yeah, I do.
But we had drivers before Danica. We can go clear back. We got Janet Guthrie, Shauna Robinson ran NASCAR. Patty Moise ran NASCAR. We've had them come up. And what they did to Danica, I don't blame them. But what they did, they just overemphasized her so much, they forgot about the 3 other women they had running in that race that day.
Yep.
You were one of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah, everybody's like, what place do I? I'm like, third. They're like, oh, really?
Yeah, there was, let's see, it was you, there was Danica.
Leilani
Monter.
Leilani Monter.
She's been on here.
And Mika Duna.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was an atrocity. I really did.
Mm-hmm.
So, but do you think it helped more than it hurt? I think I've asked you that before, but I'm going to ask you that.
I'm going to quote myself from, I got a lot of trouble by this, too, by my PR guy. He's like, don't ever do that again. But New York Times came up and interviewed me. This guy's never seen a racetrack before in his life. And he's like, I would like to interview him. I'm like, okay, but why are you here? Why are you at the ARCA test? And he's like, well, because, Danica's here. And then right after he said that, he goes, what's it going to take for, females to succeed in this sport? And I said, to realize that there's not just one. And from there he was kind of like, okay, the next question. But that's the truth. I mean, what they did, I understand that the behind it, and it's been a very big success, right up front. but it's tough. Like, you forget that there's other drivers out there and other girls and stuff like that, and it makes it very challenging to market ourselves when, you know, I've picked up the phone and talked to people, and they're like, so I'm like, you've heard of Danica? They don't know anything. I'm like, they heard Danica? Oh, yeah, and they'll go on and explain, you know, what they know about her, and then once you're done with it, you know, the first question out of their mouth, so, can we do a bikini ready thing? And I'm like, what? No, that's not the purpose of this. And, I mean, I like Danica. As a girl, she is awesome. I talked to her at the racetrack, but I just not feel bad for her, but feel like she's stuck in a situation where she's got to live up to what all the hoopla is about. And now it's like, for us other girls, like, do we try to do that? I mean, if you look at Jennifer Jo Cobb, now you see more glam with her, and she's a beautiful woman, and you just see it now more at the track, you know, all dolled up, the hair on and everything else like that. And I think the best part about it is you can put Johanna along and I, and, you know, in one group, and Danica and and Jennifer in another group, and you can see the difference on how we were brought up. And it's gonna be very interesting to see how they make us mesh together or if they keep us divided.
I just opened a can of worms. I need to close this can real quick. I can get in trouble on this one.
I can't.
I kind of understand what she's saying, though. I mean, it's either
I do.
blaze her own trail or follow everybody else's footsteps.
Everybody else, following the Janet Guthrie's and all that. Jennifer grew up around racing, and I believe you did too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually started off turning wrenches when I was driving.
Turning wrenches?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Well, that's the way to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
my producer is saying I need to wrap it up, and I know you got to go to class. We're going to be NASCAR Grill next weekend, but I'd like to have you on the weekend before.
That is today.
No, the weekend after, which would be February 2nd. Will you call back in February 2nd?
Absolutely.
Well, we might get you talking with Sam Bass. How's that?
Sounds like a plan. I'd love to have a guitar or a car designed by him. Either way.
There you go.
Everybody wants to talk with him about that. I don't know why.
Probably because he's one of the best. So, Allie, go to class. Great talking to you as always, and we'll be talking to you in a couple weeks.
Sounds like a plan. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Listen, go away. We were doing great. She's fun to talk to. I enjoy talking to her. I really do.
She's not scared to talk.
No,
Yeah,
she's not afraid to talk.
That's just our saying, being more political today. They have enough of that already.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of rather enjoy the rawness of it, though, instead of being politically correct.
Exactly.
Speaking your
but
mind.
she was still trying to be, she wasn't trying to be negative about everything,
Right.
but she was still trying to be.
She was trying to be herself, but still be politically correct at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to read this real quick. Super Bowl Sunday at the NASCAR Sports Grill. There'll be a silent auction Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday is what they tell me.
NFL and NASCAR items.
Right.
Ooh.
We don't know what they are.
Well, that's why you got to go there and find out.
I will go.
Well, silent auction is just the bids, but what are you bidding on?
Well, that's what you have. It's normal silent auction. You have the item, and they have a sheet in front of it, and you write down your name and the bid.
Okay.
So that way you know how much you bid for the item.
January 26th, we will be doing our show from there, and I've got a few more people that are going to come in, and I'm going to save them as a surprise.
3-hour show.
We're going to be doing it. Yeah, if anybody can catch it, and it's on the Facebook. It's on the deal. We had a great time.
Yes, 3-hour show.
We did a 3-hour show, and we've confirmed, I think, 3 of the guests that are going to be there. So, but I'll leave that open. We'll put that on Facebook come Monday, Tuesday when we get everybody confirmed.
By the way, when RIR race comes up, we might be doing one there also with Sam Bass.
RIR?
Richmond. Race.
Okay.
Some of us know what that means.
Will he be up here for that? That'll be cool. I'd like to have Sam in because
he's supposed to be out there also, and Nick was telling me about that. So we might work out something.
We might be able to. Yeah, that would be cool because Sam, he is a really nice guy. You know, if you've seen any interviews or anything with him, he really is. He's a great guy, and he loves racing.
Just not Kyle Busch.
We won't get into that. We won't get into favorite drivers.
And that's fair territory. I already talked with them about that. So. Anyway, also, we have another show also in February. Continue on. I got to hurry up, call somebody since you're getting close.
Well, go call in there, and then we'll direct it over here. We'll be back the 16th of February, which is the weekend before Daytona.
Yeah, the Wednesday before Daytona.
Listen, hush up over there. He's ruining it. I'm trying to get these guys.
To have it.
What Tara with Have a Bus Racing Tours. She's next. And we're waiting on her.
Have a Bus Racing Tours. Okay.
Have a Bus Racing Tours.
Haven't heard of it yet, so that'll be good information.
Have Bus Will Travel. Have you ever heard of that?
I've probably seen it and didn't realize what it was.
I'm down to an 18.4 at AIK, so why don't you all step up to my level? I'm a wheelman. That's Mason Dunn.
Oh. I told him to come over here with me. He's not. I think I'm doing some more racing.
Yeah, okay.
Where are you going?
I think the track record over there is an 18.2, though, isn't it?
I think Spencer has it.
And I think Spencer's got it.
Yeah.
Lose 40 more pounds and you might be able to get it, Mason.
Who was that? Somebody was asking about, they're talking about a movie or something they're trying to do.
It's a lawnmower race,
Yeah.
racing movie, and Mike is doing it. It's on our page here. And Mike, yeah, it's mowermovie.com, and it sounds like he's doing it all over the United States, going and filming these, and they're talking about all the ages that are in 12 different states across the U.S.
Those guys spend a lot of money.
Man, and them guys are serious. They are. You think us roundy round guys are serious? Them guys take it very serious.
Yes. Hey, some of these guys spend between $5 and $10 on the engine.
Yeah, it's amazing what these guys.
And you know what they win? Trophies and bragging rights.
Trophies. Well, and you know, a lot of short tracks are that way. You know, it's not about what you win. It's about bragging rights. Yeah, these things are wicked.
That's just an awesome toy.
Yeah, these things are cool, man.
On 2 wheels.
By the way, Tara, we're talking about some stuff you got in the middle of, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mike, we're watching it on here, and I've seen some lawnmower racing. They've had it on Speed Vision and stuff like that. That's cool.
I think Lucas actually is a sponsor of one of the
I
series.
think Lucas Oil, yeah, they
Along with
sponsor
every other
everything.
series.
Yeah. So I got it. I watched one the other night. I used to love watching when TNN
Yes.
had the
I
buggy
love
races
watching
down in
those.
Naples, Florida. But have you seen the jet boat
Drag races?
No, it's not drag racing. They do. And
Talking
Tara,
about the-
jump in with us too. Please join us.
Circle 8 mud racing?
Yeah, and it's about 3 foot of water.
I loved watching
Is that
those.
cool or what?
Absolutely.
They put roll cages on boats.
I miss those things. They're just turning so sharp.
Yeah, man, that thing is cool, and they've got a different pattern they run. It's a single run, single person run, and they do a different pattern, and it's got figure eights, and man, these things are quick, and I mean, they turn it on a dime.
End up on the beach.
Tara, can we take a racing tour to one of them races?
You know what? We haven't started any of those racing tours yet, but you might have given me some ideas.
Stick around, you get a lot from us.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Tara, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you're with, tell us a little bit about yourself and get us going.
Okay, well, I actually used to race stock cars myself up here in Canada, and started, your little local track, and what the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series is today used to be the CASCAR Super Series.
Right.
And in 2005, I was the Rookie of the Year in that series.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Oh, congratulations. That's cool to hear.
Why'd you stop?
Yeah, we love doing racing up here, and when I kind of lost my sponsorship, I still have the bug for racing, and I kind of came upon this company called Have Bus Racing Tours, and I thought, wow, it's kind of cool to get paid to go to the races. It's kind of the next best thing for me to be behind the wheel is actually getting paid to go to the races. So that's what I do, and I drive bus now to the races.
And this is your own company, right?
It's not my own company. It kind of probably should be, but I work for a great guy named Doug Andrews who owns the buses, and he had a passion for
motorsports as well, and own buses, and we've kind of taken our whole fleet and really focused on doing just NASCAR racing tours.
Oh, cool. So you're coming down. You come down this way quite a bit. I mean, what races are you going to?
We kind of do everything east of the Mississippi. Obviously, you know, Texas and Las Vegas, it's a little bit far to drive from Canada. But we start at Daytona and we finish at Homestead. And we kind of do everything in between. Bristol, Martinsville, Talladega. Really looking forward to the inaugural race at Kentucky this year. We're pretty excited about that one.
Oh, cool. Richmond? Are you coming to Richmond?
We do Richmond, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool.
See you there.
You'll be back. You're coming down to our area.
Yeah, actually, you're right. We are. We come there, like I said, we come to both races. We do both Silver races, both Talladega races. There's a lot of Canadian NASCAR fans, and you know, we're trying to get them to all the races, and we go down in style. We call our buses, our motor coaches, our motorsport super coaches is what we call them, and they're a little bit unique, guys. They're not like your regular Greyhound buses, but what they are is the interior is made up of all bunks, all tables and dinettes that transform into bunks for overnight travel.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is really cool.
Did you give them the website yet, Tara?
Sorry, say that again?
Just ignore him. We got you, Tara. So, in other words, you're doing just kind of a specialized. You're not putting these guys. You're not putting 60 on a bus,
no,
and trying to get them down here. You're really doing some specialized.
Yeah, we've got ourselves a little niche market, and because it's such an open concept, and we all know that, you know, NASCAR fans are NASCAR fans, right? So it doesn't matter if you love the same driver or hate Jimmy Johnson or Tony Stewart or whoever. Group of people who all have passion and love for NASCAR, and half the fun is, you know, finding out who likes who, and, you know, teasing them about, you know, how their driver's doing and stuff like that. So, yeah, we go down. Never takes place at your hotel room. You know, we look after accommodations, tickets, breakfast, tailgate barbecue. Transportainment is kind of a word that we've made up because it really describes what we do. We don't just take you from A to B. We want to keep you entertained on the way down.
Oh, cool. Now,
we should send her some of our shows so they can watch it while they're traveling.
Well, say I'm a Canadian and I want to come down to this. What's it going to cost me, like, to come to the Richmond race?
Yes.
Richmond race, I believe, is $7.95. Now, don't quote me because I don't have my little book in front of me. But they range in price anywhere. Sort of, we've got them from $500 all the way up to almost $2,000. Say for a week-long vacation to Daytona.
Right.
Where we'll put you up in a hotel for 5 or 6 nights, look after all your breakfasts, look after your tickets in the Sprint Cup or in the Sprint Tower at Daytona. We stop at Charlotte on the way down and do a bunch of the race shop tours, and then we go to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. It's kind of a whole package for most things. We always include all the tickets to all the races, hotel accommodations, the whole bit.
That's a good deal. Considering everything.
Yeah, and when you think about it, yeah, coming down from Canada. Now, where are you in Canada? That's another thing.
Well, we're located. We're based in a little town called Pefferlaw, Ontario, and nobody knows where that is. But it's sort of northeast of Toronto, up by Lake Simcoe in the Sutton area.
Okay.
So we pick up all across the 400 series highways, heading obviously down south. Anybody from east, sort of Ottawa way, has to come west and meet us. But we have people that fly in from BC and out west in Calgary and out east from Nova Scotia, and they fly into Toronto Pearson International Airport, and we pick them up.
And then take them to whatever NASCAR race you're going to that week.
That's right, wherever they want to go. I get to probably, I'm going to say, between sort of 15 and 20 races a year, and we do on average 25.
Wow, so you're hitting a vast majority of them.
Staying busy.
Yeah, we do a lot, and you know, we don't just limit it to NASCAR, which is our main focus. We've tried to do some drag racing tours as well, but you know, I don't know, we just can't seem to get the straight line guys to get on the bus and come with us. So
what?
we're sticking to NASCAR.
Well, you might want to try some dirt races. Try like the World of Outlaws, setting something up to go to the Knoxville Nationals or something like that.
You know what? You're absolutely right, and I am amiss by saying that we don't do that, because we actually do the Prelude to the Dream.
Prelude to the Dream. She does that. Okay, we're on the right path here.
We're already talking about that in the background.
We are doing
still there?
You there?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Tara?
Lost her.
We lost her. You gotta call her back.
All right, I'll call her back.
Call her back.
Just in case. Yep.
Yeah, we lost her. Call her back. Oh, that might be her. I'll answer it. Maybe.
Hit her line, then the speaker.
Tara?
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, there you are.
Hey.
You got to be on a cell phone, aren't you?
Yes, can you tell?
I can tell.
Right in mid-word, phew, she was gone.
Don't feel bad. That's the way these cell phones are these days, you know.
It happens.
It happens. So, yeah, we were just talking about it. You just said you do the Prelude to the Dream. Are you doing the Dream or the HBO or anything like that, too?
I'm not. I've been there. I was lucky enough to cover it for Dirt Modified or Dirt Late Model Magazine a couple of years ago, but I have not been there since.
Oh, okay.
I was going to give you guys crap about that. You're talking about dirt racing and you mentioned everything but USMTS.
No, I got a friend of mine that runs it. I'm from Iowa. So, yeah, that would be another great thing because they put on a lot of shows. Well, they come up north of the border, I think, once or twice, don't they?
We're kind of expanding this year. I think we're talking about having races over in Iowa and West Virginia this year. But we haven't been in Canada or anything like that yet. But.
So, are you got somebody involved with USMTS?
I actually work with USMTS. That's my full-time job.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Learn something new every day, right?
Yeah. Well, well, of course, I know you know Kelly Shyrock.
Oh, yeah.
His dad and my dad raced together. They actually went to high school together.
You realize that's Ashley, not Tara.
Huh?
That's Ashley, not Tara.
Is that Ashley there? Wait a second. Who am I talking with?
You. I called. This is Ashley.
Ashley, you're gonna love this. We were talking from a girl.
You asking about the Prelude. I was like, I don't remember telling you about the Prelude.
They sounded like
They sound identical. Am I right? You thought the same thing, didn't you?
All right, hang on a second.
Now I'm embarrassed.
Ashley,
hold on.
Hold on, you guys, hang on. Ashley, we had Tara from Racing Tours on here. Her voice is almost identical to yours. And we were talking about the Prelude to the Dream, and her cell phone kicked out.
And I called at the right time.
Yeah, at the perfect time, Ashley.
You called just as so I'm going to conference call her back in so we can finish with her, and you can chime in if you want to also, right?
No problem.
Sorry, Ashley.
Yeah,
she was rolling right into it, too. She didn't miss a beat.
Tara was telling me on the phone, she says, yeah, they're talking to somebody, but it's not me. Hey, welcome back, Tara.
Well, thanks for having me back.
Sorry.
And we got Ashley on the phone, too. And Ashley, she rolled right into it. We thought we were talking to you. I swear to you.
Ashley, say hi so she can hear your voice, too.
Hi, how are you? Ashley, how are you? I'm wonderful.
Same personality.
These guys, I don't think they know what they're doing.
We ain't got a clue, girls. I'm telling you that right now.
Get him wound up on Mountain Dew, and we let him loose.
Just ignore us.
Let us finish up with Tara. Ashley, just hold on, and we're going to get to you. And I'm glad you're here with us. And like I said, chime in if you want to. But Tara, you know, we were just talking about dirt racing.
The Prelude to the Dream.
And you've done the Prelude. Have you done the HBO or anything like that?
Well, we've done the Prelude. We're actually doing the Knoxville Nationals for the first time.
Yes. Yeah.
In August, and we do the World of Outlaws. We do the World of Outlaws World Finals in October or in November.
Oh, cool. So you do other than NASCAR. Do you do any Indy or anything?
You know what? We haven't as of yet, but we're kind of starting to look at it. Again, there's more of a call for NASCAR for Canadians than there is for Indy. We do the Formula One in Montreal as well with some fans.
Yes. Oh, okay. I figured that one was in there.
And that's probably got to be pretty cool.
It is. You know what? It's great, and we get a whole pile of people that like to go to Montreal too for when the nationwide guys are up here and competing with again the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series. So it's fun. I gotta love my job.
That's one of my favorite races.
How about doing a USMTS race? I think we can get that arranged.
Well, then I'll try and bring the people. You get it arranged, and I'll bring the people.
It sounds good to me.
That was a coincidence.
that was total coincidence.
Website.
So,
I haven't got a website.
yeah, let's get your website on here.
Okay, great. Yep. We can be reached at. We try and make it real easy for people to get a hold of us. It's www.havebus.com. That's HAVBUS.com. And my toll-free phone number is 1-888-428-3287, which also stands for 888-HAVE-BUS.
Cool. Have you are you all booked for Daytona? Are you finding that people are more likely to take these trips than just do it on their own?
You know what? I think once the hard thing is people do like to go on their own, but once they really come with us, we have people that go 2-3 times a year after year, and Daytona is just about sold out. So we're really happy with that, and the sales right across the board. We're way farther along now. I'm selling trips to Talladega next October already. So
Awesome.
really happy.
That's good.
Well, that's cool. That is great.
What you do is you get her to swing down to I-95, get her to pick you up at Richmond and take you on down.
There you go.
There you go. Well, she'd probably have to come straight down through Richmond, wouldn't she?
You know what? I'm not driving down to Daytona, so I'm not sure which route we're taking.
Oh, okay.
But they also have Talladega, so.
But now you all, I was just getting ready to say, you also drive buses too for these trips, don't you?
Yes. Yeah, actually, I started off as just like a tour guide, and my Doug said to me, he goes, I can't pay, because the distance is so long, we always need 2 bus drivers.
Right.
And I didn't want to get my bus license, but guys, I'm telling you, I can't believe how much I enjoy driving it.
They are pretty cool to drive, ain't they?
Oh, so much fun, yes.
Is it those big, like, Greyhound type buses?
Yeah.
All nice? Okay.
They're the same size, and let me tell you, they don't corner all that well, but...
I'm sure I've seen them at the track.
You heard our producer. Go to the website.
Yes.
Go to the website. There you go.
Tara, thank you for being on here with us. And did you got any more questions?
No, I go to the website. There's no questions to ask for other people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got it right there. Join us after Daytona. We'll kind of pitch for the Richmond race.
Okay, great. Yeah, and I'll give you some updates on how everybody enjoyed it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for calling, Tara.
Have a great night.
Okay.
Tara. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ashley, it's... hold on.
I'm not afraid to talk.
Do what?
I'm kind of afraid to talk at this point.
Why?
I'm confused.
Okay.
We were confused. Just as confused as you
You
were.
think you're... Oh, man, you had us... Ashley, I swear to you, you sounded just like her, and we had lost her.
It was a timing thing, and you just rolled into it.
And you called up right after we lost her, thinking, "Oh, this is Tara calling back." So.
Oh, wow. No, I was wondering why the first thing you rolled into was the Eldora thing. I was like, well, I've only been there once. Okay.
And you didn't say your name, so yeah. It's just a coincidence thing.
I am sorry about it, but that is one of the biggest and most perfect bloopers I think I've ever been involved in.
Save that one, Roger.
That's not a big deal.
Ashley, it's Sieveke, right?
Sieveke.
Sieveke.
Okay.
And you are with...
Like I said earlier, I work for USMTS and USRA. That's my main position. I'm the events coordinator for the USMTS. I work with sponsorships and marketing and that kind of thing. I also freelance for Dirt Modified Dirt Late Model Magazine, and I help out with modfury.com, which is a great website. If anybody's in dirt modified racing needs a place to go, they have pretty much everything you need to find.
So, and how long you been with the USMTS?
For just a little bit over a year this month. I started there January of last year.
Okay. And so you are a pit reporter. I mean, you said you write articles too for Dirt Modified Magazine?
And Dirt Late Model Magazine. Obviously, since I got this job with USMTS and have been concentrating a lot of my effort on that, I'm very passionate about it. So don't have as much time to write as much as I used to, but I still enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. They pulled you up on Facebook.
So you're like, honey.
You live in Webster City?
I do, unfortunately.
Unfortunately? Come on, Webster City's not that bad.
Is it negative 19 there? Because that's what it was here this morning. I'm just...
It's not quite that cold.
Actually, I'm from Iowa, so I'm from that area.
It was nice.
Really, I'm really sorry. Where are you from?
I lived in Storm Lake.
Oh, okay.
Alta.
Alta, yes. We actually have a race there, or we had a race there last year.
Hey, I think you're going to have one again this year, aren't you?
You know, unfortunately, I don't even know the schedule well enough yet to tell you that.
Okay.
I mean, we got over 80 races, so it's kind of hard to keep every track straight in my mind before we're starting racing season. So.
Yeah, you run. I think last year it was 94 races. Y'all ran all the USMTS.
A lot.
Oh, a lot, yeah. And
it keeps me busy.
Break it down how they do this, because it's to me it's not. I understand it, but you have different regional champions. And then at the end of the year, you guys run 5 to 10 for a national championship, right?
Well, we have 6 regions this year. Last year was 4, and we had a Southern Series. This year, we are combining our Southern Series with our National Tour. So there'll be 2 extra regions down there, Southeast and Southwest. We actually raised the points funds in each region this year to help the guys out, and we also have emergency provisionals available this year. But what we do is we have different regions because there's so many races. Those regions qualify you for the hunt, for the national championship, and that's usually about 15 to 20 races. And you earn points that way, and that's how it lines up for the hunt. So as long as you have perfect attendance or top 10 in any of the regions, then you qualify yourself for the hunt, for the national championship.
And
Did I confuse anybody over there with that? I'm sorry.
Me, no, because I've been used to it. I've been following USMTS for quite a couple of years here, for a number of years, I should say, and it's kind of like, what would be the best? It's like running different points championships at different tracks and then coming together at one big track to decide the championship.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Actually.
I like that.
I mean, every region is
Like the Legends or like the monster trucks, they travel all over Vegas, they go to finish it.
And the points from that is what qualifies you for the hunt. And the hunt takes place, all across the country. We have a lot of different tracks involved with that. And it's about 20 races, and then that is $20,000 to win the championship in those races. So it's pretty neat. Have you guys seen Dirt Nights at all?
Well, yeah, and I was going to get to that here in a few, because I wanted to talk to you about the Dirt Nights. I've been wanting to get Corey Drips on here to talk to him about it.
I can help you out. I'll make sure we get on him to get on here. He's awesome.
Yeah, we've had him on here before. And, yeah, he's a great guy to talk to.
He's fun, for sure.
Well, you just brought it in. Let's talk about it. You got Dirt Nights on now. Versus, it's 6 o'clock our time down here on Versus Channel. And I really like it. What's kind of the feedback with the USMTS about this Dirt Nights?
We love it. The thing that personally, I'm going to be all political like Alli Owens was. By the way, great interview. Really enjoyed her.
She's great to interview.
Yes.
She really is. I enjoy having Alli on.
I mean, she's spot on with most of the stuff she said. I mean, I couldn't agree more. With Dirt Nights, the thing about, we've had other shows involved, but this is honestly 100% no stage drama at all. I mean, they're saying when they wanted to make the shows, I know for them, unfortunately they might hate me for saying this, but, their thing was to actually come on and show the racing and show how it really is and not try to make just a bunch of stage drama for TV.
Well, and it doesn't. And I like the way it portrayed it. There was an issue with, what's his name, I think last week, about not going across the scales. And it didn't show, it showed the emotional side, but it didn't over-dramatize it.
Right.
And I don't think a lot of people realize that even in especially in the Midwest, and I think you can kind of verify this with me, you might be enemies on the track, but each driver will do anything he can to help out the other driver.
Oh, exactly. And that's what Corey just was saying last week. I mean, they need each other to make it work. It's not NASCAR where they got millions of dollars behind them. Yeah. What makes USMTS so strong is the drivers that follow it and just building themselves up like that. So, having all those drivers together, that's what makes the series what it is. So having them there is very important for all of them. So everybody's going to help each other.
Exactly. And you get 40, 50 cars that show up for a USMTS race, don't you?
Right. It's more at the Jamboree at the end of the year. I know we had over 100 cars, and we have a $20,000 to win race in April. We already have 70 plus entries for it. So, there's a lot of cool stuff going on. I have a lot of interest in it. So, it's something I'm really passionate about and enjoy being involved in for sure.
Yeah, it sounds like a great series to work with, and it sounds like it is really, it's a great series to watch.
Oh, definitely. And I mean, I'm from South Dakota, so I mean, there wasn't a lot of racing around me, but I raced go-karts growing up, and I just, like, fell in love with racing. So I moved to North Carolina once I graduated high school, and I got an associate's degree before I moved, but I went down there to go to school, and when I was down there, I just learned that NASCAR is really not what I wanted to get into, because I wasn't as passionate about it as I was with dirt. It's just so, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a different feeling when you're there. Like, the people everybody will talk to, it's just the people that, like, really want it actually can make it without the money. It's just really fun to be around.
Yeah. What brought you to Webster City?
Working for USMCS, actually.
Really? Okay.
I lived down in North Carolina, and I went to NASCAR Technical Institute, and I did some stuff around there, and I was always at the dirt track and doing stuff there. And then I moved to Indianapolis, and I actually worked for a guy named Dave Dusick, and he has racetrack engineering, and does a lot for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, so I got to experience that side of it a little bit. And then I was lucky enough to go to a USMTS race and meet some people there and just networking and found my way in there, luckily. But I really enjoy what I'm doing. I couldn't be happier.
Being you do some, I'm sure you interview some drivers and stuff like that with your reporting stuff. And I've asked one other person this, Al Pierce, and I'm going to ask you this: who is your favorite driver to interview? And who's the one that you walk up to and go, I really don't want to interview him? You don't have to answer that second one, but I'm going to hold you to answering the first one. Who do you really like to interview?
In late models, I would say Terry Casey. He's actually a friend of mine, but he will tell you the honest truth no matter what. He's definitely a lot of fun. Or Randall Chubb. Me and him had a lot of fun when we did interviews. In modified, that's really tough. Pretty much all of them. I mean, Corey Drips is obviously a lot of fun. I'm sure you've talked to him before, so you know he's kind of out there. He'll say whatever.
Yeah.
It's really fun. That's tough. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody that I've had some bad experiences with people being kind of rude when I went up to interview them. But I don't want to name names there, but that was not, I mean, I haven't had that in the modifieds at all.
Really?
No, not at all.
So a lot of that would probably depend on the situation, too, that you approach them. If they're already mad, then it's obviously you're probably going to get that.
Yeah.
You know, I try to stay away from, that's what I like about Terry Casey. If he's mad, that's the better interview you're going to get.
There are some guys that are like that. I got to agree. You want to do them when they're mad, because then you get, it's like Dale Earnhardt. They always wanted to interview him when he was upset, because you were getting color.
They're my favorite interviews.
Yeah.
Getting the truth.
Yeah, you were getting the truth. So.
Oh, for sure.
How do you like working? I mean, boy, I'm going to stick my foot in my mouth on this one. But you're a girl running around on a dirt track. I mean, I know that's what you want to do, but how is people perceiving you doing this? Are they looking at this girl like, what is she doing out here? You know, have you been getting any of that?
Honestly, I'm going to be straight up with you. That's the one reason I like dirt racing, because they accept that. And in the asphalt world when I was there, they really didn't. I mean, they didn't treat you like you would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get all, I can't, it's really hard to describe, but it's just like a different feeling. The dirt stuff, I feel like I'm at home. And I think when I was growing up and racing go-karts, my dad told me, is like, you go out there, and if somebody rubs you the wrong way because you're a girl, put them in the wall. I mean, it's my mentality growing up, like, I'm not going to be stopped because I'm a girl. So, I mean, I've moved to different states. I've moved away from my family where I don't know anybody. I mean, that's just what I want to do, and I finally found a place I really like what I'm doing, so. I have people that accept that. And
as long as you're happy.
That's what I love about dirt racing. It's just,
It's different up in the Midwest than it is, and you said you were down in Charlotte and all that. There is a totally different atmosphere between the two different regions, isn't there?
The people are different.
honestly, not necessarily. I think some of my best friends in dirt racing and have people that help me the most are down south, actually.
Well, what I'm saying is that I guess what I'm trying to say is the attitudes are different. Do you see them being more friendly and more kind of forgiving in the Midwest?
Not necessarily, honestly.
Really?
I mean, in dirt racing, they're all the same. I mean, that's what I think I like about dirt. It's all about being, like family-oriented, I guess. But no, I haven't noticed that. I mean, I might just be lucky and be around the right people, too. So.
Well, that's true.
It happens.
You really get to race a lot more though up there, don't you?
Oh my, yes. I mean, that's what's funny. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, this NASCAR schedule is so hectic. I was like, try doing 85 races a year in like 3 different states. That's kind of hectic too.
Yeah, and you guys are doing them, and it's like I've tried telling everybody, there's 4, 5, 6 nights a week that you're running. And it's not necessarily with the USMTS. You've still got IMCA, UMP's got modified, so there's a lot of racing that goes on in the Midwest.
For sure. I think our June schedule, and it's not even completed yet. I know we're talking to some other people about scheduling races, but there's about 21, 22 races in June alone.
In June alone?
Yeah.
So that's a lot of racing.
Yeah.
So
It'd be fun.
Fun though, isn't it?
Sure.
Do you ever make it up to Storm Lake?
No, this sounds really weird, but I think my dad went to taxidermy school there.
That's a good possibility.
So that really sticks in my mind that way, but...
It's not far from you. You're about an hour and a half.
Why did you move away from Iowa, if you don't mind me asking?
I came down here to work in the packing houses in 1989.
That was 2 years after I was born.
So, and that's what got me down here, and I've been down here ever since. I was actually just back here in November.
Really? How's the weather down there?
Today it was nice. I think it was up to 62 today.
Today was wonderful.
It was like 55, 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, rub it in. I mean,
Yeah.
I a simple question. Everybody in the background saying how great it was.
We will.
Yeah, well, it hasn't been all that great. It's been cold, and we've had some snow.
This is the first day. It's
We
been
had,
actually
what,
nice.
2 foot of snow 3 weeks ago?
So, yeah, you guys have had nothing but snow.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think I called my mom the other night, and she said they were having freezing rain, and it was turning into snow.
I mean, that's what's funny. It gets to the point it's 30 degrees and you don't even wear a coat because you're so used to, like, -0.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's like I said, today was in the 50s.
Oh, I sound smart.
Today was in the 50s. We had our doors in the shop open. We had the heater off. We were actually warm.
Yeah, because you've been so cold. So.
Yeah, we work out.
Webster City's a nice area, though. That's got a good racetrack there.
Right? I mean, the racetrack's okay. I don't know about the area. I'm just used to... I mean, I lived in Rapid City, South Dakota, which is not huge, but it's like the second largest city in South Dakota. And then Lawrenceville, which is pretty big. And then Indianapolis, when I moved here. We have to drive half hour for a Walmart. So it's just kind of a culture shock a little bit, I think.
It's like where I live.
Yeah, but you'll get used to it. They roll up the streets at 8 o'clock at night, don't they?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, go to Storm Lake. There's a bar there called Martini's.
We'll remember that.
Martini's. That's an easy one to remember. My uncle owns it. I'll call him. He'll buy you lunch.
Wonderful. I will remember that.
I knew you'd remember that. So, but now what's up for Ashlee? We're gonna write we're gonna do a little bit of reporting for your magazines. We're gonna work with the USMTS. Do we got anything else going on?
Well, I've been working on a story on Jason Hughes for a couple of months. My editor's got ready to wring my neck, or the art director for the magazine, because I haven't got that done yet, so I'm working on that. Our racing season starts in February already.
Yeah, where are you guys starting out at?
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Good place.
So, and you go to all the USMTS races, don't you?
I think last year I missed three or four, because I was at a local track here for, like, the guy that runs USMTS, Todd Staley. They also promote Oskaloosa Speedway, and for Southern Iowa Speedway in Oskaloosa, Iowa. So I was down there for that. But yeah, I haven't missed many.
So, boy, I got some stories on some racetracks up there.
Which ones?
Oh, which one do you want to talk about?
Oh, shoot.
BB Raceway, Jackson, Minnesota, Fairmount, Minnesota. Dad raced all over when we were up there. Humboldt.
Humboldt? Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's a good track. Webster City, Boone. I remember Boone when it was a half mile.
Wow. Humboldt's again already in March. I'm pretty excited. That's an awesome facility.
Yeah, Humboldt's it never used to be that way, but yeah, it's come a long ways. Mason City, Marshalltown. Where else do you want to talk about? Fairgrounds at Des Moines, Spencer,
near us?
Clay County Fairgrounds.
Do they come to
Ew.
No, they don't come to Virginia. Could we get them to come? Man,
Just 3 of those.
do what?
I've been to 110 different tracks across the country. I've been maybe to 3 of those that you mentioned.
I've been to probably 500 tracks in my days.
What would it take to get them to come to Virginia?
You are a rock star.
Ashley, you need to call me off air, and I will tell you some stories about some tracks. When you go down and look at them, you're going to go, I can't believe it.
Really?
Yes.
For sure. That'd be fun.
So, yeah, Steve just asked a good thing. What about coming out east with the USMTS? Do you think that's possible?
This is that's why I don't like doing interviews, because I share stuff I might not be supposed to share, but we're actually working on that right now.
Yes.
Today he's in conversation with some tracks out there. We have some help from a lady that's done an awesome job of getting us in contact with people, and our marketing director, Jeff Nunn, he's been doing a good job with that. So, I mean, you might expect us in West Virginia around there.
That would be so cool, because I don't think people really realize we do have IMCA modified style cars down here. Okay? And
Oh, no, nothing against IMCA. It's just so different.
well, and that's what I'm getting ready to say. The best way to explain it is a USMTS modified is an IMCA modified on steroids.
The way I explain it, it's for like sprint car people, it's like a 410 sprint compared to a 360.
Exactly. Yeah, IMCA being the 360 and the 410 sprints. You know, they've got.
No disrespect to them. They do a great job, and I mean they're as strong as they are for a reason. I mean they do great things. We're kind of like the World of Outlaws, Lucas Oil late models of modifieds. I mean we're the only national touring.
Well, they all come to Virginia. Why not?
Yeah. So, and these things are monsters. I mean, it's literally it's an IMCA modified on steroids, and these guys are probably the best dirt slingers in America. I mean, they're running the small tires, they're running monster motors.
Time champion, Skyrocket chassis. He builds chassis. I mean, he's awesome. Jason Hughes, you can't even find one of his cars used right now. I mean, they're so popular because he builds an awesome car.
Yep.
He's one of like the smoothest drivers I've ever seen. I mean, he's amazing. I mean, I can honestly say we got some of the best drivers in the country that follow the series. So I'm privileged to be able to say I work for them.
Yeah. Well, and it's just like we got Corey Drips, and there's a lot of other names up there. I think Mike Hansen runs with y'all quite a bit.
He does, yeah.
Kenny Schrader and Kenny Wallace come down and run just to run the modifieds with the USMTS guys.
Kenny Schrader actually won his first USMTS modified race this year, and it was super exciting. I don't want to repeat his interview because he even said like this is one of the most exciting things. I mean they're awesome guys, and I mean just to have them want to come to run the series is a big testament itself. So.
And Kenny runs a Skyrocket chassis, if I'm not mistaken.
He does. He has a Skyrocket, and I believe I'm trying to think of the name of his other chassis. I don't want to screw it up and make him mad, but
yeah, I can't remember the name of it. I can't think of it. I know who you're talking about. It's the guy that's built a lot of his old GRT.
The person that's actually built his chassis is probably cussing me right now, but
I can't remember who it is either. That's Kelly's car. So now I got the guys looking on USMTS website.
Honestly, I'm looking at my spreadsheet to see if I can find it.
You'll be all right.
Technology, huh?
Yeah.
Impressive race cars, I believe, is what he has.
Impressive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yes.
So and that's another thing we got to bring up. You've also got constructor championships. You've got Rookie of the Year. You've got Pole Awards. You guys go just the extra mile for these championships. You mean you got an engine builder championship?
Top Cam has stepped up and has done tremendous things for our series. I cannot thank them enough for helping both USMTS and USRA. But they have been a sponsor of the Comp Cam's Engine Builder of the Year award for a couple of years now, and this year was ridiculously exciting. I mean, every single week we'd have Mullins and Spuds in places. I mean, it was really cool to watch how it came down in the end, but it was very neat, and we're very thankful that people wanted to let us make that happen. So,
and I'm sorry, the USMTS. There's not a better touring series that I have ever seen, and I've been watching it over the last few years. And tell your boss, attaboy, because we'd really like to see you down here in Virginia.
I hope so. I mean, another thing that makes it it's such a family-oriented operation. I mean, it's Janet and Todd. They own and started the series, and they worked really hard to build it up for it is today. And then we have Jeff Dunn. He's out of Nebraska, but he works really hard. He's our media guy, our media go-to. And then they brought me on last year to help with marketing and event coordinating, that kind of thing. So, I mean, it's really not that big of an operation, and what they do is just really impressive.
Yeah.
See if you can tag up with Virginia Motor Speedway.
Good.
Have you talked with Virginia Motor Speedway at all?
Where are they located?
Saluda.
In Saluda, Virginia.
I don't think so.
Saluda's still in it.
Ashlee, you need to call me. I'll make sure you got my number. Call me after this, and I can get you hooked up with all the info to get you down here.
Oh, wonderful.
And I got some stories. I'm serious. I can tell you some stuff about some of them tracks.
You want me to give him your number, Ashlee?
What's that?
I said, do you want me to give him your number after we're done?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. I'll call you later on tonight with your permission, and I'll tell you some stories.
Oh, sure. Sounds good.
So.
Might have some writing material then.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's their
Back in
payout
the
scale
day.
here.
So back in the day. Yeah. So.
License.
Ashlee, let us get going here. We are actually going to be just a
You get paid
little bit
$9
overtime,
to
but
take off the track.
after your first race, give us a call back and kind of get us in the swing of thing. I'd like to talk to you over the summer.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for being on here.
All right, thank you.
All righty.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
Well,
He sits there and invites all these extra people back in, and then he wonders why we're over.
later on this, what did I say? Hudson, what did I
race,
say?
After the first race, you wanted to call back in.
After the first race, and
When's
she
the
said
first
it's
race?
end of February, didn't she?
Yeah, there's enough time there. We can schedule that.
Thank
That
you.
shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you, Hudson. Are you going to be our scheduler now? You're going to help us with scheduling?
I'm already up to February 16th in schedules.
So,
Does his name sound familiar to you? Bruce Shots?
Statutus? No, doesn't.
I think I've seen that.
He had a rough day.
It's a bad day.
That looks like a town. That was a Townsend car.
Was.
Yeah, it was. Did you see it?
No.
Come here and look at
Is it a
it.
pretzel now?
It's a picture from Old Dominion Speedway, and he went through the guardrail and hit the tree on the
There's a
outside.
tree right there.
That's the car.
I only got 2 more pictures. One more.
Reminds me of
I
Tommy.
bet you he's like, shit.
That's probably not the guy.
And here comes the right there.
The guardrail.
I mean, look at the guardrail. I mean, he must have slid under.
That's Mike Gwaltney's car right there.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So that had to been, that was the coupe. So that was probably 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, I'd say about 6 or 7. That's almost reminiscent of Tommy Cherry.
I got a picture of that at home.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Man, I'll never forget that
We
night.
have it on video.
Man, that was a hell of a hit.
I'll have to get it and give it to you.
I still want to find somebody.
I'd like to have it on
my
DVD.
airborne thing on video.
I want to find my airborne rank when Nick Smith sent me airborne.
See, I'm not like y'all. I don't want any of my airborne incidents. I want to forget about them, and they're all over Facebook too, from just this year
Yeah, so you had one last year.
or last year. I'm sorry. I don't want
I'll
them.
tell you
He's
what,
already
nasty
jinxing
red
himself
was
already. He's already
when we were at
chalked
the
himself up
Legends
to one
Nationals.
airborne.
It's okay.
Yeah, we've
That-
talked about that one quite a bit.
That was nasty.
And okay. Yeah, we've talked about both of them, and they were both very nasty. Right?
They were both lucky.
I haven't even started with Steve. You just threw us all dead. Come on, Steve. You got to help me out here.
Okay.
We've read all that. The Super Bowl Sunday. I'll read it one more time, and
I
then we'll
posted it on the site as
Well,
well.
Sandy wants us to come to Moonstar tonight, by the way.
Ooh, Moonstar. Let's go. Moonstar.
Stevie's already over there. Yeah.
I told him.
Are
about
they-
it, so
are they
he wants
doing-
to try it too.
She said that they're not doing the DJ, but they might be having an open mic thing.
Oh, I would talk.
Shut up.
Put Hudson up there.
Hey,
Um,
everybody.
let me do this real quick. Super Bowl Sunday at the NASCAR Sports Grill.
Can you fit that out?
Silent auction Saturday and Sunday with NFL and NASCAR items. We're doing the show there January 26th, and I'll have an official list hopefully Monday.
This is my dad's birthday.
Of who I've got. We know. Okay. And I got another one that might be coming up, which I think you'll like.
Oh,
and then we're doing it.
Don't forget Charlie Doyle.
I didn't forget about him.
Okay, because
we're holding on to the list because I've had a couple more that I got on tonight. Actually,
I need to start tacking them on.
February 16th, we're doing it again.
Yep.
And who are we going to do then?
I don't know. The hard part, it's right before Daytona, so we're not going to be able to snag anybody to come up and visit us from Charlotte or Mooresville, because they're all going to be down there.
They're all going to be down there. Now, I'm going to do this real quick, and I don't usually do it, but I'm going to do it tonight. Hold on.
Richardson is going to do it. Said he was going to do it.
Robert's going to do it the 16th.
Yes. He
said
at
the grill.
Oh.
Is he coming up?
No.
He's going to call in.
Yes.
At the grill.
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that. AlliOwens.com. Go in there. Give this young lady some money. Mowermovie.com. Go check this out. Our buddy, is he still on there?
I think he left.
I think he left.
He got the blurb. He was gone.
Okay. USMTS. Go check out their website. Everything that we were talking about with Ashlee tonight, there's a lot of that on there. Check out your favorite drivers. Check out their schedule, points. They put everything up there, folks.
That's a fascinating series. Just looking at their pay, they have the pay chart up there.
Well, and
licensed, non-licensed, and like.
Yep, and they show you exactly, and they stick to it. They really stick to their guns. They're one of the better touring series I've seen in a long time. Havebus.com. So we got to get that on there too. With Tara. You got that on there?
Going to be down here Richmond.
Yeah, that'd be great if she's down here like early enough.
We're developing a bigger and bigger list of people to visit Richmond.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
getting
big. Havebus.com.
Have a party at the bus. Yeah.
Have a big sign. Let's talk.
You're good.
We got to get up with. See if
Alli. Mower got Alli.
Yeah, you got it.
I like to see if Alli.
USMTS.com.
What about? Trevor.
She does USAR too.
Who? Ashlee. Oh.
That'd be nice.
Which isn't going to be at night.
No, it's undecided.
Possibly.
It's still a possibility.
May 28th, possibly.
Yep.
I hope so.
You should have seen how much rash and poop they were putting out there when they found out they weren't
What about
coming
website?
back.
Trevor got a website? I know he's got a Facebook.
Hey,
We're working on that.
We're working on a website.
Let me see if it's.
See, this is all he does all day. Sit at the computer, so.
No, I do not. Ricky's more busier than that.
Yeah, right. You ain't got it up yet.
Nope. What the hell? Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, I didn't know you had big things like that.
I'll get a hold of him and see what's up.
Okay. But he does have Facebook. Trevor Edwards. Look him up on Facebook.
Yeah,
Are we going to interview you, or are we just going to go get something to eat?
Anybody that we have on the show,
I can have you back on there. We're going to do a Pro 6 show.
That's fine with me.
And Warren said he's going to come down, and I'll get Doug, and we'll get Knucklehead to come
Might
over.
be the 16th show. Oh,
no, we're not going to do the 16th
we're just
show.
at the grill. Never mind.
What?
I was trying to say something. You just jumped right in.
I didn't even see you were trying to talk to me. What?
You didn't have to see. You could hear.
What?
I don't forgot. Damn it.
Let's do that then. I'll come back down for the Pro 6 show.
We'll do a Pro 6 show. We'll get Warren. And
I'll bring Quaker Steak.
There you go.
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, maybe we can do something up. Maybe we can set it up. Maybe do it on the 16th. Well, no. Warren will probably do it in March, just before the race season.
Now, a long while back, I talked to Quaker Steak and Lube about doing shows remote from there as well also. But I didn't do a real heavy follow-up.
Well, I have all the contact info. I can get that for you and everything like that.
If they got an internet leak out there, we can go out there and do it.
Go back.
Just need room to do it.
Yeah, well, they got a private room. To the side and everything.
But that's a cool old car.
So Steve,
Why are you showing me this right now? I'm on air. Well, hold on to it. I've seen that car. and I can't think of who it is. No, it's all right. It's all right.
So what's this here I hear about you running a modified this year?
Well, everybody says that, don't they?
Crazy rumors.
That's because you keep spreading the rumors.
I haven't spread no rumors.
Oh, bullshit.
I haven't spread. That's Patrick Dempsey cars. That's a mud bus.
Hinted every now and then.
I'll bet you that's Brett the Jet Hearns.
Jimmy Phelps.
Jimmy Phelps. It's got an H on it.
Ryan Newman.
That's Ryan Newman's modified.
You gonna get back to the show? Or
Oh, car.
See, I told you, you shouldn't have showed me these.
Come on,
Shiny thing.
28. Who's that? That's a good looking car. I don't know. What racing do you follow, Bill? Bill, the oil medic Jewel.
Oh, he works with Caitlin Shaw.
Oh, okay.
No, so we hadn't have Caitlin on here in a while.
She said she was going to be off for a couple of months doing stuff and
Yeah.
going on vacation, doing some family time stuff. So I'm sure we'll hear back from her.
That's good.
But we'll get you back on here. We'll do a Pro 6 show, and we'll get Doug to come over, and get Warren to come down, and maybe we can talk Casey and TJ and all them guys to come down. It's actually a great group of guys to run.
I know Perez and Hall both said something in the past about wanting to come out here. And
Yeah, Bobby's working for UPS. It might be tough for him to get down, but if we can get him down here,
Perez just won the Race 101 sponsorship.
Yeah, and I was going to give him a kick out to that.
So,
yeah, he's got the Race 101. He's going to school at the Race 101 this summer.
You think?
Yeah.
He's very excited about that.
And we need to plug Cliff Savage too. He graduated from Race 101 this year.
He won the marketing award.
And he won the marketing award. Yeah. So I'm proud of that boy.
Yeah, somebody else I talked to on Facebook, they're talking about getting on the show. They also got some award too because they actually went out and volunteered at a race shop, and they got an award for that as well.
Race 101, that's a school though, if I'm not mistaken.
They win scholarships basically.
It's a scholarship.
But anyway, what I was going to tell you earlier, anybody that we have on the show, if possible, the Let's Talk Racing.tv site will have links to all their Facebook pages. Mm-hmm. Some of them, of course, may be to their fan page or their group page, may not be to their personal page because they asked me not to, and like several other people don't want to have.
Speaking of Cliff Savage, have you heard anything about the race yet? If they're even doing it, or
I think it's going to get a washout on it because it's just getting too late. Yeah. He's spent too much. Well, I'm not going to say he spent too much time, but he spent a lot of his time on the arena racing.
Yeah.
So
that's fine.
Because a lot of people are asking me, and I sent a thing to him and told him that a lot of the out of town people were wanting to know. And now it's coming down to, okay, we're really running out of time because you're going to start having
he's probably not going to have time to do that.
Yeah, because he still hasn't found sponsorship for people that are going to donate stuff.
Yeah.
For when they do the drawings and stuff like the raffles they had. And of course getting the teams together because he's not out of the track able to talk to anybody. I don't doubt we could come up with at least 5 or 6 teams ourselves between all the people we know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
At least.
Man, we should still do something. I was looking forward to it now.
Okay, I'm shamefully.
What are you doing?
I'm shamefully plugging.
Plugging who?
Don't you even! I started it. I'm first on here. So.
What's he doing? The Laser Motorsports? Or?
Wants to sponsor a Pro 6 champion.
and he'll go back and want to sponsor a Pro 6 champion wannabe?
Well, he said not for long.
He's typing. I'm waiting to see what he says.
That's going to be a fun year this year. All the Pro 6 cars out there now.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Rumor is, from what I've been told, is it's a good possibility there could be up to 15 open this year.
I hope so.
I know of 2 that are being built as we speak.
And Jonathan White just bought one as well. So
we got our 2 cents guy over here. He puts in his 2 cents every once in a while.
Watch it, show you hear the little chuckle.
And
that's what I thought. I think I know him.
Anything else going on? Let's see. There was some other stuff. Shoot, I thought I sent you some stuff on some newsworthy stuff.
No, just the.
As far as here.
Have you had a show since the late model meeting? for Langley.
I haven't heard nothing on the late model meeting.
When is
They're
it?
putting up the cone rule.
They're doing the cone
Is it
rule
a
now,
Yes!
and they're
I like
looking to put something now around the track on the yellow line for the.
Put rumble strips.
Yep. But they want something removable
Because of Inex.
because of Onyx and the modified Touring series. Because the modified Touring series is a lot
And
easier.
the Canon Pro Series.
Well, you can
Yeah,
get
can.
rumble strips that have large bolts that you can put both holes down
Well,
inside.
the things you see on the Jefferson, you know, the big white cones that stick up, they stick down rubber cement. If you hit them, they fold right over. They ain't gonna do no damage, but you'll tell who went in there and hit them.
When the late models, like, you do something.
No, they don't need to hit them then.
Too close.
That,
Too
you know,
close to the wall.
that's the one
Inside.
thing, you know, it's going to be so hard to police no matter what. The only way you're going to do it is if you put a sheet of ice down on that. That's the only way you're going to keep people from going down there, or you got to put rumble strips.
The small rumble strips ain't gonna help because they're just gonna straddle.
Yeah, and legend cars don't need to be hitting rumble strips because every time with aluminum on them front ends, it knocks a toe out so
Just
bad.
bounce.
So you know, to me, if they say don't run down there,
They will.
they will. And then they proved it last year. They started out from day one.
That was a rule.
If the
or
rumble
whatever.
strips wouldn't have been down there, I've run down there a couple of times. I wasn't impressed at first, and then I
Figured
could
out what
see
you had
where
to do.
different cars.
Could
Well,
pick
the
up
Pro
on
6, I never really ran down there a lot. I would get down on the yellow,
Well,
but I missed my rumble
It's
strips.
fresh pavement regardless, so I mean it's gonna be a little bit sticky there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but not as much as what you would think. But I agree with you. There at first, it was actually greasy.
Yeah.
Painted with
You know,
some really
it was really
glossy,
greasy.
something that won't absorb anything and just be super slick. So if you roll on it, it squeaks.
But yeah, I could see where they got to put the rumble strips back up. So I would like to have the rumble strips. All right, let's get out of here. I'm hungry. I'm
I'd like to
starving.
thank everybody to come by and watching tonight, whether you were here physically visiting or whether you were visiting on the internet. Everybody have a good week, and we'll see you next Wednesday. See ya!
Have a good night.
At the grill!